I created this level 1 account and I'm going to reach level 700 using the Buddha fruit. I just didn't expect to have a big problem with the fruit. I have already created our account and our first mission will be to get the Buddha fruit. Tried my luck spinning fruit, but unfortunately we only got a rocket. And now the only option left is to buy the permanent Buddha. But this is going to be very expensive. We will need to spend 1650 Robux just to get the fruit. But in the end, I hope it will be worth it. And we already got our Buddha, I just need to equip it. This is going to be easier than you think, because the Buddha already has the transformation. Leveling up only with the Buddha will be very complicated because its ability is not that good. So to make our journey easier, I will end up using the fighting style, and as we level up, I will also improve our fighting style. Our first mission will be to defeat E5 bandits from the starting island. We are so strong that the enemy can't even hit us, and our first mission has already been completed. To make our journey easier, I will end up using a WXP code. We can level up faster. And by finishing this enemy, we will already have enough level to go to the next island. In a short time, I already got enough level for us to face the boy. And since I am transformed, we will be able to defeat him with some ease. Just can't let him get too close, otherwise with one attack, he will defeat us. And somehow, he doesn't even get close to us. I knew I was strong, but not this strong. And with this last attack, we will finish him off and level up more than 3 levels at once. Now at level 30, we can level up on this next island, and this time we will defeat pirates. And the good thing is that they are very close to each other, and I won't have much difficulty defeating them. Took some time, but now we can face the boss of this island. Now it will be the battle of a swordsman against a fruit user, and I hope I am not defeated. And even though our fighting style is not that strong and he is attacking us, he doesn't deal much damage and we deal interesting damage to him, so that means our fruit is very powerful. And we have also gained enough levels to go to the next island. Our island is the desert island, and there isn't much to do here. We need to defeat some enemies and get out of here, because there is no boss or anything else to do. Arrived at the snow island, and here we will have many things to do. And the first thing will be for me to buy our armament haki, so we can deal more damage to the NPC and the boss. The next will be the double jump, and lastly would be the teleportation, but unfortunately I don't have enough money. Now I don't have enough money for us to buy the last ability. I became poor, but our ability is very good because I can teleport anywhere. Now we are going to face the boss of the snow island, and he will be the Yeti. He works the same way as the Gorilla King, so it won't be that hard for us to defeat him. But of course I can't mess up, otherwise we will be defeated. Without him landing any hits, we will be able to defeat him. And probably I will keep switching safe doors to face him over and over again until I have enough level, go to the next island. Now let's level up at the Marine Fortress. And our Buddha fruit is also from an admiral. And a very strong admiral, by the way. Now we will face our first admiral, and this will be an interesting battle, because he is a swordsman with 3 swords, the Santoryu style. And even landing some hits, it's not enough to defeat us. And with just a few hits, we will already be able to successfully defeat him and level up more than 3 levels at once. We arrived in Skypia, and here I can buy my first fighting style. I just don't know if I have enough money, and it costs $500,000. Unfortunately, we won't be able to buy it now, so I will continue with the initial combat. I am trying to master our fruit, but the first ability we can unlock is at 100 mastery, and that will take a long time. Now let's level up on the prison island, and the good thing here is that we have 3 bosses to face. But before we start facing him, we need to gain enough levels by defeating these NPCs. So, our first boss here in the prison, and the good thing is that he doesn't use any abilities, so we will be able to defeat him without taking any hits. I ended up getting hit by him, but that's because I got too close. In a little while, we will be able to defeat him, and soon we will also have enough levels to face the next one. We can already face our next boss, but unfortunately, I only have 10 seconds to defeat him. And since I already know that I won't be able to defeat him in 10 seconds, I will use a new WXP code. It will give us 20 more minutes to defeat him. And just by clicking, I've already brought him down to half health. And after battling for a while longer, we defeated him as well, and the next boss has already spawned again. Now we have a high enough level to face the strongest boss of all, but unfortunately, he is not spawned. I switched servers, and in this server, he is already spawned. We will be able to defeat him as well. But this one is a bit more complicated, and for this reason, I will end up using a bug to help us defeat him. He will stay on one side of the wall while I stay on the other side, and we will be able to attack him without him attacking us. The only problem is that when he uses a skill, the skill will end up hitting us. With a few attacks, we will be able to defeat him without him having defeated us. And this was indeed a good mission because we leveled up more than 4 levels at once. Enough money for us to buy the best fighting style of all, or one of the best, which would be the electric fighting style. It costs $500,000, but it is a very good and fast fighting style. Now that I have already gotten our first fighting style, we can go to the next island. And it will be here in the Colosseum, where we will be able to reach level 300 to go to the next island. In this volcano island, unlike the last island, we will have a boss to face. And another thing I had already forgotten is that I unlocked the first skill of our fighting style. We end up jumping and hitting our enemy afterwards. It's a good skill, but what really matters is our Buddha fruit. Now I have reached a sufficient level to face the boys. The big problem is that he uses the magma fruit, so any attack he hits us with will be enough to defeat us. And the second skill of our fighting style has already been unlocked. However, I don't know if I ended up hitting our enemy. And the boys was much easier than I imagined for us to defeat him. Probably because I am putting all the points into punches. We arrived at the underwater island, and here I will already be able to do the second mission because I kept defeating the boss several times. The worst part of defeating the enemy is that they are very far from each other. I reached a sufficient level to face the boss down here in the water. Let's face Lord Omen Fish. I don't think it will be that difficult. Only problem is that he has 2 lives. But in a short time, we already managed to go to the second life, and this last attack will be enough for us to defeat him. On this island, we can buy another fighting style that might be better than the electric fighting style. The only problem is that I won't have enough money to buy it, but as soon as I get 750,000, we will buy this fighting style. I gathered enough money, and now we can buy the best fighting style here in the first world. And it is good because there is no Kodal and we can keep attacking non-stop. Came here to the last island to unlock our first ability of the Buddha fruit. At first it was quite complicated, but now I can defeat the NPC very easily. We only need 5 more mastery to unlock our first ability. As soon as I defeat these 2 NPCs, I will unlock our first ability of the Buddha fruit. And to be honest, I don't remember how it works, and by using it, we jump on the enemy. I will use this ability a lot, but for movement and not to attack the enemy, and we can go very far just by using this ability. I have already arrived in Scipia, completed my first mission, and soon we will go to Upper Scipia. Now at level 475, we can go to the next island and start the second mission. The best part of our fruit is that I don't need to put points into health since the enemy can't hit us and we can defeat them. Now at level 500, we can face the boss, and I have also unlocked our first fighting style ability. And since I have a lot of points in punch, we can defeat him very easily. And the most important thing when I am grinding is to always end up using the transformation, because our mission to go from level 1 to 700 using the fruit. I gained enough levels to come for the next mission, and here the NPCs are very far from each other. However, since I am using Buddha, this distance isn't that big. Now we are going to face Enel, a very strong boss, and this one will indeed be difficult for us to defeat, because he uses some abilities that don't require him to be close to hit us. In fact, his ability reaches from very far away. So my idea here, to defeat him as quickly as possible, so he can't use his ability, and we really did it. I even managed to level up 4 times at once. I arrived at the last island. This time I will be able to complete the first mission and keep leveling up. Now we are going to face the strongest boss here in the first world. And since I am using Buddha with several points in punch, we will defeat him easily. The big problem is that when he hits us, defeats us with a single attack. But this time I won't be defeated. I will give my all to defeat him. I hope he doesn't use any abilities. Hey, we managed to defeat him, but it's still not enough for us to reach level 700. As soon as I defeat this enemy, we will have enough levels to go to the second world, and we reach level 700. Now I will need to complete a mission, but the most important part, which was to reach level 700, we have already achieved, and Buddha is a very good fruit for us to level up, so this mission was very easy. And when we go to the second world, it will be even easier, because we will awaken our fruit. To go to the second world, I need to complete a mission, and the first part of the mission is to talk to this soldier here in the prison. By talking to him, we will receive this key, and this key opens this door here. And here inside we will find this boss that we will need to defeat. The only problem is that if we are defeated, his health resets. But in this case, I managed to defeat him very easily. Now you just need to skip this conversation. Now we just need to go back to the prison and talk to the soldier again, and our second world will be unlocked. By talking to this big guy, we will be teleported. We've arrived here in the second world, and I'm about to start the boss fight. But before that, I need to get a double mastery code so we can tackle the boss without any issues. Out of all the codes I used, this one was the only one that worked. So that means I only have 20 minutes to beat the boss. But that's not going to be a big problem because I have the Buddha fruit. I have enough power to face the boss, but I only have 1 minute and 30 seconds to defeat him, and I'm not sure if that time will be enough. I hope I can defeat him without getting defeated, but his one attack can take us out, so I have to be as careful as possible. And in less than 30 seconds, we managed to defeat him. There's still 50 seconds left, but that won't help at all because I can't face the boss anymore. It's back in the first world to buy some skills like observation hockey. Now that I've pressed all the buttons, I unlock the secret passage where we can grab this torch, burn that straw, grab the cup, fill the cup, hand it to this big guy. Then talk to this young man, defeat this boss in the middle of a lost island. Talk to this young man again. With the relic you earn, you open this secret wall. With it, you're going to find a boss. Here, inside, in my thigh case. Didn't find it. Now that he's shown up, we can take him down and get his sword. But his sword doesn't really interest me. Now I just need to talk to this NPC, and for 750,000, he'll be able to learn observation hockey. And this here in the second and third worlds is going to help me a lot. I'm already leveling up in the next mission. The only problem is that my double XP has run out. So with the help of my main account, I bought 6 hours of double XP, and that will be enough for us to reach level 1500. Now I leveled up to be able to face the boss, and since most of my points are in punches, it won't be that hard for us to take him down. The only problem is if he lands a single hit on us. It'll take us down, but that didn't happen, and we defeated them without taking a single hit. Now I've leveled up enough to switch islands. But before changing islands, I want to test my luck here with this vendor. I'm going to spend a bit of money, but that's okay. And we ended up getting a cutting fruit. I was hoping for something better. Before heading to the next island to level up, I decided to awaken our Buddha fruit. This way it'll be easier for us to level up to 1500. Of course, I can't do this alone, which is why I called my other account here to help me. I awakened the first attack even with low health, and it's going to cost 500 fragments. I have exactly 1,000. Now to awaken the next attack, I'm going to need to do some raids to buy the abilities. I gathered 4,500 fragments, and I hope that's enough for us to fully awaken our fruit. Now I can awaken the second attack for 2,000 fragments. That's a lot. Most of my fragments are already gone. Our third ability costs 3,000 fragments. It's a lot, and I don't have enough fragments left to unlock the last 2 abilities. So I'm going to have to do more raids to gather fragments. The second to last ability will be unlocked for $4,000. Fragments. The fragments are completely disappearing, but it's for a good reason because now we just have 1 ability left to awaken. And that was the last raid because now with 5,000 fragments, we awakened our last ability. The only problem is that I still can't use it because I don't have 200 mastery. And now can go back to the father. And I've already wasted a lot of our XP time. And in no time, I leveled up to face the boss. The big problem is that his attack is area based. So if he lands a single attack, it'll take us down. And I defeated him quickly enough that he couldn't land a single hit. And I've already put the maximum points into punch. Now I'm going to put the rest into defense and fruit. I leveled up to switch islands, and this is going to be our next island. Or I'll keep leveling up. I'm trying to master the fruit, but I have very few points in fruit, so defeating a boss or NPC takes a long time. Now at level 1000, this will be our new island. On this island, we're only going to have a few NPCs and no bosses to face. I'm already leveled up to progress on this island, and it's the same island. We awakened our fruit. And unlike the last island, on this island here, we're going to have a boss to face. But before that, I need to level up a bit more to be able to face him. Now I have enough level to face the boys, and for some reason we take his mission on this ice island and face him on the fire island. And this time I'm going to try to defeat the boys using the fruit. I just can't guarantee much because I don't have that many points in fruit to defeat him easily. Still, I won't give up, and I'm going to use some skills to try to finish him off. I think just 2 or 3 more skills, actually just 1 more skill, was enough for us to defeat him. And we reached 126 mastery. So far, there hasn't been any boss that was hard to defeat. As soon as I hit 400 mastery, I'm going to change my fighting style. Now my next island is going to be this haunted ship. And it's just another island that doesn't have a boss for us to face. There are only 2 NPCs, one is here in this area and the other is down below. And the rest of the NPCs are up here on the upper floor and the other one is in the kitchen. So it's going to take a long time for me to leave this island. And the worst part is that there won't be any boss for us to defeat. After I awakened our fruit, we ended up getting giant and I can't fit through the doors. So to level up more easily, I'm going to reset our transformation. You just need to come here to the cafe, go down this secret passage and talk to this elephant. Talking to him, we're going to reset our transformation. Now with this size, we can fit through the door and down all the NPCs. I've already leveled up enough to switch islands. Now we have 23 minutes to level up here in the castle. But just this time won't be enough for us to reach max level. I can already face the boss and I want to see if it's going to be as easy to defeat him as it was with the last bosses. And so far, I've had a bit of an easy time. He didn't land a single hit and we took him down in one go. Besides getting his key, which I don't know what it opens. I just found out that it opens the library key. Now I only have 3 minutes left and we still need over 50 levels to get I found another code and it allowed us to level up enough to switch islands. And that is the code I ended up using, and it gave me an extra 30 minutes of double XP. And now we can level up on the last island. We're in the third world. And it's on this island that I'm going to change my fighting style. Now I've leveled up to face the boss, but we only have 4 minutes left to defeat him. I finally found a server where he was already spawned, and now we just need to take him down. The only problem is that he can spawn a sea beast, an attack from a distance. So the chance of me dying here is really high. The sea beast has already spawned, but it's already low on health and we're close to defeating it. And it was successfully defeated. All the bosses so far have been really easy to defeat. Now I'm definitely not going to face this sea beast. Now that my double XP is over, I can reset the size of our fruit. Because at this size, I can't use any abilities. And we won't be able to master our fruit this way. When I defeated the boss, I got his key. And by giving this key to this NPC, you can buy the new fighting style. The only problem is that I don't have enough fragments. After many raids, I managed to gather 5,000 fragments. And now, we can buy our new fighting style for 2,500,000 and 5,000 fragments. This is a really strong fighting style, and it's going to help me in the third world. I haven't reached max level, but I want to do a mission, even before hitting max level. And this mission is to defeat 50 NPCs, but it's not just any NPCs. It's only the NPCs in this area. So it's going to take a while until I can defeat 50. By defeating this NPC, we're going to complete the mission. But it's not over yet because I need to go back to talk to the NPC again so he can give me a new mission. And now I need to defeat this boss one more time to complete second part of the mission. By defeating him, some dialogues will pop up that we might end up skipping. Come to the mansion, take a picture of this table, and save it. After taking the picture, you come here to the Colosseum and press the same sequence of images that appears on the table. And as soon as you press all the sequences, you'll have completed part of the mission, and the prison will be unlocked. But you still can't talk to this NPC since you need to defeat another boss. Facing him isn't going to be that simple because I need a fruit worth over 1 million. So I'm going to test my luck to see if I can get one of those fruits. And unfortunately, I only got a fruit and it's not worth 1 million. With the help of another account, I got a really good fruit. And this one is worth 1 million. And with this fruit offered to this NPC, going to be able to face boys. I don't know why he didn't accept it the first time, but on the second try, he ended up accepting. And now we can finally defeat boys. The only problem is that he has 2 lives. However, since I'm already almost at max level and have an awakened fruit, I don't think it's going to be that hard. And with just a few attacks, we're already going to be able to defeat him. And now that we've defeated him, I can go back to the Colosseum to talk to the PC. Now that I've defeated the boss, half of the mission is already complete. Now what's left is for us to reach level 1500. And after a while, we unlocked last ability of our fruit. And it's supposed to be the strongest ability of all. When we use it, we explode everything around us. I don't know if it's gonna be that good to defeat an NPC, but now to defeat a boss, it might be one of the strongest abilities. But our mission with our fruit is already complete, cause I've fully mastered it and also awakened it. And now by defeating these 2 NPCs, we finally reached level 1500. And now, we can finally go to the third world. It took a long time, but we finally did it. And to get to the third world, I need to come back here to the prison and talk to this DM. Talking to him, he's going to make us face Ripindra. And even transform to face him, we won't be able to defeat him. I'm just going to face him for the sake of it since this boss here can't be killed in any way. Now this fight between these 2 ADMs is going to happen, and after the battle is over, we can continue this conversation and we can finally go to the third world. And by talking to this man, we can start our next journey. I finally made it to the third world for the first time. And now we can start leveling up since my fruit is fully awakened with all the attacks. Besides having a new fighting style, that's going to be enough for us to reach the maximum level. But before anything else, before we start defeating the enemy, I need to buy double XP because the normal way is going to take a long time, and I'm going to end up buying 12 hours of double XP. The normal way is going to take a long time, and I'm going to end up buying 12 hours of double XP. I hope that's enough for us to reach the maximum level because 12 hours is a lot of time. I already managed to treat myself, and now it's just the PAI straight away. In a short time, I gained enough level to face the BOYs. Defeating the BOYS is easy. We defeated our first boss just like it was in the first second. So far, I've only taken 1 hit, and in no time, we already managed to defeat our first boss. and it was way faster than I thought. I don't really like this mission because there's no boss for us to face. All the NPCs are really far apart from each other. It's also very far from the mission. And the second mission is even further away because it's up on that mountain. I'm leveling up pretty fast, but I think if I get the boss item that drops on this island, I'll be able to level up even faster since I'll be able to move around much quicker too. After 5 tries, I finally got the pilot's helmet. It's going to make us run faster. It'll be quicker to grab the mission and defeat the enemy. I can already face the boss because I leveled up enough, but I had to come to a public server because he wasn't spawned in my server. But now that we have found our enemy, we can face it and defeat it.
The Buddha fruit is so strong that we're going to take him down without even getting defeated and really fast.
This is the most important part. And the best part is that we leveled up 3 levels all at once. I reached level 1700, and the next island we're going to level up on will be the Great Tree. I have 10 hours and 20 minutes of double XP to reach max level. I managed to unlock the boss mission. I just don't know if he's already spawned. It's probably not, and I'm going to have to switch servers. Fortunately, he's not here. In this one, the boss is already spawned and we just need to take him down. And I still have almost 10 hours left for us to reach max level. I'm scared that I won't be enough, but I'm leveling up so fast with the Buddha fruit that I believe it's going to be more than enough. And we still have 2 or 3 hours left at the end of this mission. But now we defeated the boss really easily. I think all the bosses here in the third world that we face will be really easy to defeat. As soon as I defeat this next enemy, we'll be leveled up enough to go to the next island, which is right at the turtle island. I already got my really nice boat, and now it's just a matter of sailing to our next mission. Now on the turtle island, we grab the mission from this NPC, and by talking to him, we'll have 2 missions to complete. But as soon as we finish all the missions, pick up another mission on the same island. And as soon as I finish this mission, we'll be able to go to the next NPC that continues on this island. It's close to the mansion, but before I do the next mission, I'm going to test my luck by spinning for a fruit. And I hope have enough luck to get a mythical fruit. And unfortunately, I got a smoke fruit. This is going to be our next mission. And unlike the last one, this time, we're going to have a boss to face. Finishing up another mission, be able to face the boss. And this one, I consider one of the strongest bosses here in Blox Fruits. And when I say strong boss, I mean mission boss, because raid bosses are stronger than him. But if we can defeat him without getting defeated, Buddha fruit really is the best fruit for us to level up. So far, I haven't taken any hits. He's already below half health. I took my first hit, but I still haven't died. And with a few more hits, we managed to finish him off successfully. And it didn't even take a minute for us to defeat him. And now that I remembered that my observation hockey is the weakest hockey we have, I practically defeated the boss just using the fruit and the fighting style. Of course, the observation hockey and the armament hockey helped me, but it was mainly the fruit. I hadn't even noticed, but now I have a level to switch missions again. But I'm going to keep leveling here on Turtle Island. But this time I'm going to level up on this other mission. Now at level 1950, we can already face a new boss. The only problem with this boss is that I think he's the hardest one for us to face. Besides this boss dealing a lot of damage, he also has 2 lives. This is going to be the most complicated part.
Of course, the guy had to come and mess with me, not just 1, but 2 at the same time.
Unfortunately, I ended up on this other island, and by the time I get back to Turtle Island, they probably would have already defeated the boss. And I didn't deal enough damage to earn the XP and complete the mission. I dealt enough damage to complete the mission too. I managed to level up 3 times in one go. But this time I had the help of 2 people, so if I try to do it alone, it's going to be a lot harder. I'm back, and this time I'm going to face him alone, and I want to see if I can defeat him without getting defeated. I've already managed to bring him down to half health, but we're still on his first life. He just entered his second life, and that was my first attack where I ended up taking damage. With one attack I could end up dying, but he's already at half of his second life. Any attack could take me down, but we're also really close to defeating this boss. Unfortunately, I was defeated. He has very little health left. Now that I realize I don't have the checkpoint saved back on Turtle Island, so I'm going to have to go all the way back again, and by the time I face the boss again, he had already regained all his health. I tried to face the boss 5 more times, and every time I tried, I ended up dying. Finally, I was able to defeat him. This was the first boss to take us down while I used the Buddha fruit. And only when I saved the spawn point here on this island and got defeated and managed to come back before he regained his health, was I really able to defeat him. And this is the first boss that managed to take us down while I was using the Buddha fruit. Now at level 1975, we can level up in the haunted castle. And unfortunately, on this island, we won't have a boss to defeat, but we have 2 NPCs with missions. We're going to be able to level up a lot just on this island. The best part of this island is the bones we can collect defeating our enemies. And after we collect 50 or more, we can talk to this NPC. And by talking to him, we can get some rewards. In my case, I managed to get 17,000 in cash, and we can also get fragments and double XP. I've already leveled up enough to leave this island, but before that, I'm going to spend all my bones to see what I can get. I'm going to have 6 tries to see what I can end up getting, and on the first try, we already got a fire essence. On the second try, we got a fragment. On the third try, we got another fire essence. That's what I call luck. This time we got money, and we managed to get an item that only this NPC drops. And now my last attempt, and we're going to end up getting more fragments. On this island, there's a boss, but he's not one that we can get a mission from. But with this fire, we can already spawn him. Just get close to this thing. We'll be able to spawn it. He has over 200,000, but I believe it won't be that hard for us to take him down. I'm almost able to defeat him, but he's also close to defeating us. And I hope to defeat him before I get defeated. And there's a chance he drops his sword, which is a mythical sword. It's a pretty complicated sword to get, and in the end, I ended up dying. But now that he only has 16,000 health left, it's going to be easy for us to take him down. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it, but we managed to get another accessory that only this guy drops. And the next island we're going to level up on is the Peanut Island. To be honest, I don't really like leveling up much on this island with the transformation, since the island isn't that big, and there's a lot on it. And when we transform, the island ends up feeling small compared to our size. This is also an island that doesn't have a boss for us to face. Now at level 21 and 26, we're heading to the next island, and on this island, even though it's not that big, we're going to have a boss to face. And it's the last boss we have here in Blox Fruits. Now I can face the boss, and unlike the last one, I believe I won't die against this one. The only thing I need to do is defeat this boss as quickly as possible and avoid all his attacks.
Or at least most of them.
The only problem for me to avoid these attacks is our size. It's easy to hit us because we're so big. I'm really low on health, but the boss is too. I believe that I'm the one who's going to die here before the boss does. Actually, that didn't happen. I managed to defeat them without being defeated. And we can switch islands once again. And our next island is going to be this island here with Katakuri. It's a candy island. I don't know if that's exactly what it's called. It's going to be our next island that I'm going to level up on. And unfortunately, this island here, like the next ones, won't have any boys for us to face. Finishing off these two NPCs, we're going to successfully complete this island. And now we can go to the next island. And our next island is going to be this chocolate island. The best part about this island is that we can face all the NPCs at once, and we can defeat them very easily and very quickly. Last enemy for us to finally switch islands. And now our next island is going to be this snow island, behind the chocolate island. Actually, it's not just a snow island, but a candy island. The good thing about this island is that everything is close to each other. And it turns out the island isn't that big either. I unlocked another island, and this island here is going to be our last one to reach the maximum level. After so much grinding, we're finally going to reach the maximum level. And if everything goes well, there will still be 2 hours of WXP left, which is a lot. And this here is our last island. I don't like it very much. It has a rain sound that is very nice at first, but after you've been here for more than 30 minutes, that noise starts to get a bit annoying. Defeating our last enemy to finally reach the maximum level, which is full 2550. And our mission with the Buddha fruit has been successfully completed. We managed to master and unlock all of its abilities. We fully awakened them. I managed to get 600 mastery in our fighting style, and it was a good fruit for us to level up, especially to face boys. There were some boys that I ended up dying to, but even so, it helped us defeat them. If it were with any other fruit, I would probably end up dying several times without being able to defeat him. But that's it. Let me know what you thought, and see you in the next video.